He wanted him in drafting Mac Jones, and he settled for Trey Lance. But all of a sudden, Mac Jones comes from because of all the properties and all the physical attributes that he had, and now he's able to put him underneath his tutelage. And I think this could be a problem going forward because you have to try and keep this going because Mac Jones is playing amazing.
Mac said all the right things afterwards. He's like, it's Brock's turn, and Brock was great when he was injured, but you can't deny the way this team has stepped up for Mac Jones. He's 3-0 as a starter, and he lifts all boats when he's out there. If there's any head coach in the NFL that I've learned that will ride the hot hand and not worry about salaries and all the different things, it is Kyle Shanahan. He will play his guy if he thinks his guy is the best one to go. I don't think we have a quarterback controversy yet. Let's give this some time, though, because Mac Jones has been playing out of his mind.
Great problem to have because both guys can play and the Niners continue to win games. Great start to the show coming up. All eyes on Lamar Jackson's health in Baltimore. Can the Ravens afford another loss before their playoff hopes start to slip? Plus, will the Eagles' perfect run survive the Broncos' challenge? Our crew shares the reasons an upset could be brewing. That and more when Get Up rolls on.
Slick. You did that. You did that good.
Oh, wow.
Why no glasses?
They make my head look weird.
VisionWorks has a 100-day guarantee. Change your mind, change your glasses. Simple. Let's get you turned around because the Aurora Borealis is that way. VisionWorks. See the difference.
Nationwide is so much more. Isn't it time we work too? Put up one hand for insurance. Put up your other hand for financial services. Now give it up for great insurance and financial services. Roll that up. Trick or treat.
Uh-oh. Who didn't refill the M&Ms?
They're talking about us.
No, you don't.
M&M's. It's more fun together.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La playa awaits.
Y'all make sure y'all get 3 for $5 because they ain't advertising it, honey.
Oh, we're advertising it. Get 3 pieces of our crispy, juicy signature chicken for just $5. How's that?
Let's go to Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Good morning, team.
Don't miss one of the best movies of the year. Wow. It's charming and hilarious.
Oh, are you law enforcement?
Yes.
With twists and turns you won't see coming. Oops. Wolfman, rated R.
One-A-Day Women's Multis are made for your overall health, with nutrients for immunity and energy. So you never miss a beat. One-A-Day, the one for you.
Short on nothing, big on weekend. Only on Royal Caribbean.
I like things personalized, like my coffee. So when my doctor prescribed Vyvgart Hytrulo self-injection for my generalized myasthenia gravis, we personalized my treatment goals.
Vyvgart Hytrulo can improve daily abilities and reduce muscle weakness.
It's my treatment, my way.
Vyvgart Hytrulo for weekend away Steve.
It's travel ready and can go where I go.
Self-injection fits my plans.
Do not use Vyvgart Hytrulo if you're allergic to its ingredients. It may increase infection risk and cause serious allergic or infusion or injection-related reactions. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, fever, recent or planned vaccinations, allergy history, or kidney problems. Most common side effects include respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection site reactions.
My Vyvgart Hytrulo self-injection.
Reducing my symptoms.
That's treatment my way.
Ask your neurologist about Vyvgart Hytrulo.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
Let your feet take you wherever your spirit wants to go.
The Go Everywhere Hurricane helps you navigate any surface so it truly stands alone. Move forward with confidence at hurricane.com.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain.
Get Up is brought to you by Shifting Gears. Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Stream it on Hulu. Time for some Fact or Fiction. Let's go. Peter, you're up first. The Bills are on upset alert against the Patriots. Fact or fiction?
Fact. How could you not be? We have seen now the rattled with injuries 49ers beat the Rams in Los Angeles. We've seen the Browns beat the Packers. We've seen the Giants beat the Chargers. Of course you got to be on upset alert. Every week you have to be on upset alert. It's the NFL.
Harry, do you agree?
I do agree. When you look at the quarterback and how he's playing right now, Drake May, he's playing unbelievable football, but their offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, is putting these guys in positions to have success. You see him all over the place. He has mirroring plays to make a run look like a pass and have other things coming off of that or whatnot. So special teams, they're scoring touchdowns with Marcus Jones on a 90-yard punt return last week. I like this New England Patriots team.
Fact or fiction number 2, Bart Scott. Baltimore will lose if Lamar is out against the Texans. Fact or fiction?
Triple cap. Listen, man, this is the Baltimore Ravens. They know how to play. When it's tough on everybody else, it's just right for them. John Harbaugh is way too talented. This team is too talented for them not to figure out another way to win, even with Cooper Rush at the quarterback position.
Take a look at the hill the Ravens could be looking to climb. Since the 1970 merger, only 4% of teams who start out 1-4 or worse end up making the playoffs. But if Schefter is saying he could miss the following week against the Rams, then starting out 1-5 could be the nail in the coffin. Only 1.5% of teams to start 1-5 or worse end up making the playoffs. Just 4 have done it since the merger. Harry, Ravens, are they toast without Lamar Jackson against the Texans?
I believe they are. And Bart, you said this is the Baltimore Ravens. No, this is not. The Baltimore Ravens that we've seen within the first 4 games of the season, this is not the Baltimore Ravens that we are accustomed to seeing. We understand that culture meant something. That culture and that DNA is no longer on their side, in my opinion. Their defense is just about the bottom half of every statistical category that you want to bring up. But at the same time, Lamar Jackson accounts for a majority of their offense. Running the football, passing the football, it's the unscripted plays that he has the ability to be elusive and create for his other guys amongst his offense. But I'm looking also at the team that they're going against. They're going against the Houston Texans, who are in a desperation situation as well. That defense with Will Anderson Jr., and then you have Danielle Hunter, and then you got Derek Stingley Jr. in the secondary. I don't think this is going to fare up well for the Baltimore Ravens this weekend.
Peter, they're sitting 1-3. Is this a must-win game for the Ravens?
No. And I know we're in such a knee-jerk, society now where every game is the end of the world. They could lose this game and the Rams game, and I don't think they're in that much of a trouble. Look at the final 8 games on their roster. Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, always going to be a tough match. Bengals again, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. I don't see this as a murderer's row to end the season. If Lamar can get back there, I don't care if they have 1, 2, 3 wins. It's still going to be the Ravens in the end in January that we're talking about, giving everyone heck in the AFC North. I look at that division. The Browns aren't going to be winning that division. The Bengals aren't going to be winning that division as is right now. It's going to be them and the Steelers. And I don't know, are the Steelers running away with this thing? I'm not so sure about that.
Brand and culture always matters, right? And the Ravens just need to remember who they are. You said something very important. You said that Lamar accounts for, 70% of their offense. That's the problem right now. Because when you look at it, they have one of the best running backs in the game. He only has 8 carries this season, right? He had 8 carries in the last game. He only has 49 carries this season, right? You talk about Lamar Jackson has 21. Listen, this is a team with a great pair of running backs. This is a team with a great pair of tight ends, maybe the best in the league paired together. 2 of the best receivers. Lean on them. And maybe it may take Cooper Rush being a quarterback to show them that they can win in a different way. You know how to protect that bad defense is by running the football and limiting the possessions. And the Ravens have all the personnel and everything they need to win ugly traditionally. See, Lamar is so exceptional in what he does. You lean on that and you ask him to do everything when he don't have to.
So I just feel like Todd Monken has to be better because, to Bart's point, you look at Derrick Henry. He has not had one game this season where he's had over 18 carries.
They're down though last week, 30-17. Like that's not a game where you just hand the ball to Derrick Henry 20 times. Like you had to throw the ball, unfortunately.
But here's my thing. Is the defense getting better? Because if you're consistently down, how are you going to be able to hand it to Derrick Henry if you're down?
So that's how you protect the defense, by running the football. They got two of the biggest mismatches in tight end position. Zay Flowers is special, and Bateman out there is a guy that you have to deal with, too. Win that way.
All right, Fact or Fiction continues, even though I forgot to ask Fact or Fiction for each of the last 3 questions. Okay. Harry, the Philly offense will struggle again against this Denver defense. Fact or Fiction?
I'm going to go Fact, and it's because of offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo. I said it this offseason, coming into the season, he was the guy that I was highlighting, and he has to do a better job of making things easier for his players. That's the elite ones included. It's okay. When you're watching a Sean McVay, a Kyle Shanahan, a Matt LaFleur, these guys are making everything look easier for their star players. It's okay to line up and give A.J. Brown more on this route tree than what you're giving him. I don't like what I'm seeing right now from this offense. And then you look at a guy, Devontae Smith, I don't think he's involved enough as he should be involved.
Eagles offense, Broncos defense. Who do you trust more?
Still the Eagles offense. Still the Eagles offense because they're the defending champs who have the best offensive line in football, and they can dictate when they want to. What's weird about the Eagles is that we haven't seen them play a complete game. 2 weeks ago, they play this incredible, second half after a terrible first half. And last week against the Buccaneers, they looked lights out first half, and they couldn't complete a pass in the second half. They're still 4-0. They'll put it all together at some point. The Broncos defense is not the 76 Steelers. Okay, Daniel Jones went up and down the field on them. So did Justin Herbert. I don't think that this is necessarily the worst matchup for the Eagles. They could still be able to get the job done.
You're the only guy picking the Eagles?
No, which is fine.
Art.
I mean, listen, this Broncos team should be at worst 3-1. You talk about the launching and all that type of stuff. But I'm intrigued about the matchup, right? I'm intrigued Surtain maybe deciding to take away Devontae Smith because it seems like he's the favorite target of Jalen Hurts right now. Saquon Barkley is yet to have that breakout game. And this pass rush of the Denver Broncos can really get at Jalen Hurts. Can Jalen Hurts push them back by being able to throw the ball down the field to get their respect? Or can this defense dictate? Listen, they don't have to be the 85 Bears, but you can still dominate now when you have a guy that is basically the new version of Revis Island. You can add more assets to the front line to stop Saquon.
So the thing
in that conversation,
he deserves it.
So the thing that alarms me about the Eagles' offense this year versus last year, they're allowing so much leakage amongst their offensive line when it comes to run plays. That is something that we didn't see at a great bit last season, and right now they're struggling to run the football. So what are you going to lean on? Are you going to lean on Jalen Hurts in his arm? Kevin Patullo, you got to make some changes, in my opinion.
Eagles 3-0 in one-score games. This opened with the Eagles as a 5.5-point favorite. It's been nothing but Bronco money, moving it down to 3.5. That is not public money. Keep that in mind. The pros in Vegas are lining up on Denver. Coming up, big game for Jackson Dart to prove he's not a one-hit wonder. Can Dylan Gabriel handle the pressure in his first start with the Browns? Plus, a wild night in the Bronx. We'll take you inside rookie Cam Schlittler's historic game against the Red Sox. Carl Ravitch joins us next.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
I'm stumped. Friendly insurance lizard, first letter G. Geppetto?
Come on, you just switched to Geico for car insurance? They knew exactly what you needed?
The friendly people at Geico weren't lizards.
Think European accent, yay big.
Napoleon?
No.
Not even a lizard.
Maybe I can help.
No way, it's the Geico Gecko.
This guy knows crosswords.
64 across is quibble.
Thank you.
Get more support.
Is that how you spell fracascia?
Get more with Geico.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe? Are you innocent, faultless, above reproach? If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. But finding one, it's laborious, it's strenuous, it's stupefying. That's why you gotta call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. They know the legalese, the lingo, the jargon, and the argot. They'll even tell you how much money your case could be worth. 300,000, 2 million, 86,491, all sorts of numbers. Slip and falls, work accidents, car, truck, bus, motorcycle, motorbike, e-bike, tandem bike. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid, and I don't get paid. So I compel you, I implore you, I beseech you to pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-587-1260.
I know how to make slick-looking goggles/glasses, but I have no idea how to make slick-looking social media stuff.
But GoDaddy Aero uses AI to create social content out of thin air, like this one.
Walton Goggins goggle glasses are great gifts for all guys and gals.
The men's crown jewel championship. Cody Rhodes will face Seth freaking Rollins, who is the best of the best.
Stream Crown Jewel, October 11th at a special start time, 8 a.m. Eastern on the ESPN app.
Most men think that facing reality is just a figure of speech. They face their competition. They face their fears. They face every single challenge. Except the one in the mirror. You know, their face. Studies show that this year, most men will spend more time talking on the phone with their mother than they will taking care of their face, and then wonder why they don't look as sharp as they used to in photos. Spoiler alert, it's not the camera. Particle 6-in-1 face cream for men. Packed with active ingredients, fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles, all in one simple step. No need for a complicated skincare routine. Just apply twice daily and let Particle do the work. Visit ParticleMen.com. Use the promo code on your screen to receive 25% off. We've got free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Particle 6-in-1 face cream for men. Face first, face forward, face life.
Back on Get Up, time for your morning wake-up call. Niners with a big game-ending stop. Take a listen.
He takes it, he turns, he gives to Kyron Williams, he gets packed. I think he's short, Tim. I think he's short. And the 49ers storm the field. It is all over. The 49ers have won it in overtime here in L.A.
What an unbelievable win. High drama finishes in favor of the MASH unit, the 49ers, and they earned it.
Niners got the huge win last night despite all their injuries. 8.5-point dogs at the closing bell going into the game, according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook, pulling off the largest betting upset of the young season thus far. Time for a segment called More or Less, brought to you by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, focusing today on rookie quarterbacks. Bart, we begin with you. Jackson Dart, 36.5 rushing yards against the New Orleans Saints. More or less?
I think he might get that in the first quarter. Listen, this is a guy that also can have design runs. You saw last week with the scatterable draws and things like that. But he also is a guy that if you play cover one, he can get those draws. He can get those yardage by not design runs. So definitely, I'm going to give him over 36.5. He got young legs and got moves. Oh, yeah, hit it.
Dart's got something special going on right now, and it's not just his mobility, it's the energy he brings to this offense. But he lost a huge part of that offense with Malik Neighbors going down with an injury. The question is, who can step up? And you're not going to be Malik Neighbors. Who can step up and sort of fill that role? We've seen so many guys say, next man up. Someone at the Giants needs to become that guy.
Let's keep cooking. Harry, Cam Ward, more or less than half a touchdown pass against the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going more. Let there be light. I know that's what Cam Ward is saying right now at home in his mirror in the restroom, but this is a quarterback who's been sacked more than anybody in the National Football League, 17 times. I think this weekend against the Arizona Cardinals, Cam Ward is going to be able to throw a passing touchdown, may even have two to be exact.
Well, listen, I think it's time. You know, even a squirrel.
What's this analogy?
Okay. Yeah. No, all good. But listen, this young man, he said that they aren't really good. I think they rally around him. They find a way to get him some productivity, and I think guys step up for their young quarterback.
Let's go across the ocean. Bart, final one, more or less. Dylan Gabriel, 176.5 passing yards.
I'm going to go under slightly. I think, listen, the good thing about when you have no tape is defenses don't know how to prepare for you, don't know what the offense is going to look like. But that's a lot to ask of a young quarterback. I think he goes less.
Can we not lean on Cam Schlittler from last night and know that these rookies can do amazing things in their big spots? I believe Dylan Gabriel's going to be okay. I'm inspired by all these rookie quarterbacks. I think Dylan Gabriel's going to do just fine.
One plays for the Yankees, one plays for the Browns.
Fair enough.
Here's the recap. A couple overs and under when it comes to Dylan Gabriel. If you like these plays, we parlayed them together at ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Look for the more or less featured parlay on the homepage and in the parlay lounge. Let's drill down on this matchup, Minnesota and Cleveland. Harry Douglas, Dylan Gabriel. You see him being able to hold on to the job throughout the duration of the season?
I do. Number one, I love the simple fact that the Cleveland Browns made this change. They looked over at the New York Giants and said, man, that young quarterback Jackson Dart brings a different energy, a different aura to this organization. Let us make a quarterback change. But Dylan Gabriel, he throws with anticipation. He understands the offense, has a great grasp of what Kevin Stefanski wants to do. And at the same time, this young man played 6 years of collegiate football. He understands the game at a high level. He's very cerebral. I believe in Dylan Gabriel that he's going to be able to get it done for the Cleveland Browns this weekend across the pond.
Bart, agree or disagree?
I think he'll fare himself well. They're going to lean on this great defense. When you got a defense like that, you don't have to try and win the game by scoring a lot of points. You let other teams lose it. And I think when you think about all the injuries that the offensive line for the Minnesota Vikings have, Myles Garrett's going to eat. Listen, the Cleveland Browns have one of those throwback defenses that can turn your water off. And I think, they eat a lot this week. I think they lean on the run game, and this young guy gives them a lot of spark. We're going to see what happens when Minnesota sits over there for 2 weeks, how those effects. Are they going to be a fresher team, more acclimated to the time, or is Cleveland going to come over there juiced up?
Peter, what are you hoping to see from Dylan Gabriel?
Well, it's a big ask because Bart's right. The Vikings were out there for the Ireland game. They stayed out there all week. They're acclimated to the European time zone. They're ready to go. And Dylan Gabriel becomes the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to make his first start overseas. This is not ideal. They're dropping him in an unnatural place where he's not going to be comfortable. That said, what you don't know, you don't know. Maybe it's the best thing possible. Just throw him into the mix and let's go. I've spoken to Brown sources. Here's what they will say. This guy is mobile. He can move. That was something that wasn't really there with Flacco. And if Flacco's the 41-year-old veteran quarterback, what you're asking Flacco to do is limit the turnovers. Don't kill us. Well, Flacco threw 3 picks last week. So at this point, let's give Dylan Gabriel a shot. To Harry's point, 64 collegiate starts. He's seen it at all different levels. He's seen it at multiple schools. This is the kind of guy that might be ready for this ask because it is a big, tall mountain with all the things going up against him.
So let me say this really quick. One of the things that I love about Dylan Gabriel, that's one of his strengths, he doesn't hold on to the football. He gets the football out quick. His offense, when he was at Oklahoma, when he was at Oregon, was all predicated on getting the ball out quickly, timing routes, and being precision in the pass game. And I love the location of his passes that gives his receivers and tight ends opportunity for yards after the catch, too.
I think the Browns plus 3.5 is the play here. Yeah. There's 2 things you want to focus on. Number one, Joe Flacco. Can it get any worse? The turnover-worthy plays on a consistent basis. And what Kevin Stefanski wants to do is run the football. This Minnesota defense ranks bottom 10 in defensive run success rate. If you're able to run the ball and then lean on the defense, you can keep this within 3.5. You've seen the total plummeting in this game. Bookmakers telling you it should be lower scoring.
The message for Gabriel should be don't kill us. Don't kill us. And I don't think he will.
And did the shoe fall off of Carson Wentz's foot yesterday when you talk about the 2 interceptions and 6 sacks? Is he going to start seeing ghosts again and turn back to who he used to be before we saw him this year?
Oh, that Minnesota offensive line is banged up. He's going to be under duress, betting on an interception as well. Probably a good play. Let's run the bases from yesterday's winner-take-all games. The Tigers won Game 3 on the road to advance to the ALDS in back-to-back seasons. It's just the second time in franchise history they've won a playoff series in consecutive seasons. They will face off against Seattle in the next round. Moving over to the National League, the Cubs edged out the Padres in Game 3, securing their first NLDS appearance since 2017. It's also their first home victory in a winner-take-all game in franchise history. They'll face the Brewers in the next round. Then the biggest rivalry in baseball added another chapter last night. The Yankees took down Boston in a deciding Game 3. It's just their 3rd shutout win in a winner-take-all game in franchise history. They'll face the Blue Jays in the ALDS. It'll be the first time these 2 teams have ever met in a playoff series. Joining us now. Now, Carl Ravitch, kind enough to stop by. We appreciate the time. Dominant performance.
And think about how long that's been going on, that a pitcher has given you 8 innings, 12 strikeouts, no walks. Never been done before. They've had some historic pitching performances, and Cam Schlittler delivered in the most important moment because they have a day off. The bullpen had been taxed a little bit. They used Bednar. We were screaming like complete game. Let's see if we can get that done. That didn't happen, but in the end, Cam Schlittler was outstanding. And you know what happened to him? He said he got a lot of text and messages and heard from those folks in Massachusetts. He grew up in Walpole, which is a suburb of Boston. And he said it went over the edge a little bit. And he said, you don't do that to me. His dad's a police chief in Needham, Massachusetts. Don't mess with Cam Schlittler.
So now we turn our attention to the ALDS. The Yanks are going to travel to Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. What are you looking for there?
The obvious are Vlad Guerrero. Is he going to be able to deliver? Aaron Judge, is he going to be able to deliver? We saw Giancarlo Stanton. If you hit a ball to the wall in the gap, he knows you got to take off. But in the end, one of the things that happened during this series was Anthony Volpe returned. I mean, Anthony Volpe made some amazing defensive plays, kind of some acrobatic plays. There's one where he scoops one. There was another one the night before where he had to go up on a poor throw from Fernando Cruz. He came down on the base and then was able to get the double play. This is the play right here. So having October Anthony back is a very big deal for the Yankees. This should be a really good series. The other part of Schlittler is now they have another big ace to go against, maybe Trey Yasevich, who's a rookie for them. So this is going to be a very exciting series, and Volpe may play a big role. He was huge in this series.
Yankee postseason struggles have been synonymous with Aaron Judge postseason struggles. What does a Judge successful series look like against Toronto?
Well, what do you have, 4 singles in this series? He didn't hit a ball over the wall. He's got to throw the ball hard when there's a guy rounding first and going to second base and maybe not get caught off guard like I think we saw with Sogard taking second. He needs to stay on the field. Obviously, he doesn't have to hit the ball over the wall. What the Blue Jays do really well is they string hits together, Joe. That's impossible to do. They do it. They've done it all year. What we saw last night, the Yankees strung hits together. There was a double, there was a walk, there was an out, and then there were 3 straight singles. That's not usually how the Yankees do it. They've hit 30 more homers than anybody else, the Dodgers included. He doesn't have to hit homers. It would help them if he does against Toronto. And then, of course, they come back here to the stadium.
You mentioned the Dodgers. Tomorrow night in Philadelphia at the Bank, they get started with Game 1 against the Phillies. Shohei Ohtani is going to take the mound. What's the risk-reward of going with Ohtani as your Game 1 starter as we take a look at this NLDS schedule beginning Saturday, 6:30, 8 p.m. Eastern, Game 1 at the Bank?
Right, and what's missing between Saturday and Monday? Sunday, and that is the reward for the Phillies. Tends to tax a pitcher's legs. You know this. So his legs are going to be fine because he gets Sunday off. The Philadelphia Phillies saw Ohtani. What did he do against them earlier this year? 5 innings, no hits. That, of course, was in Los Angeles. It's a little bit different at the Bank. Everybody knows Philadelphia sports fans are amongst the best in the world. It's going to be a different environment when Red October shows up. But Ohtani has no real risk in this because he gets the day off the next day, and he'll be back smacking balls all over the place as a DH.
Philadelphia will counter in Game 1 with Christopher Sanchez, who made a case for the Cy Young and in the NL himself. Carl Ravitch, thanks for coming by this week.
Pleasure to be here.
Fantastic. More from Carl later in the show. Coming up, Cowboys chasing an October revival. Can Dak carry them on a run to save their season? That and much more when Get Up rolls on. Score more from the game this football season with ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code GETUP to get started today.
Mint's premium wireless is $15 a month, but I'd like to offer one other perk. We have no stores. That means no small talk. Just sign up online at mintmobile.com. It is an introvert's dream.
Shop security cameras this Halloween at Ring.com.
FanDuel's dropping profit boosts every college football Saturday to turn wins into bigger wins. So how do we spread the word?
I got it. We boost our bus with massive rockets and fly to tailgates everywhere, from Nebraska to Michigan.
Yes, letting fans know they can boost any Saturday matchup.
Nice! Do we know any rocket scientists?
My cousin's good at math. What's his number? Get a profit boost every Saturday with FanDuel. Plus, new customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win.
Oh, wow.
Why no glasses?
They make my head look weird.
VisionWorks has a 100-day guarantee. Change your mind, change your glasses. Simple. Let's get you turned around because the Aurora Borealis is that way. VisionWorks. See the difference.
I'm Rocket Money. I'm a personal finance app, but I'm also his best friend. Before me, he was spending half his paycheck on food delivery. Now he's tracking every dollar in or out. So download Rocket Money to get control of your finances.
When you're not bound to the past, you can leave old ideas behind. The new GV70. Welcome to Genesis.
You've asked me that 3 times already.
I did? This is exactly how it started with Mom.
Worried about your brain health? Cerefolin Brain Wellness has a dual-action formula that slows cognitive decline while improving memory, focus, and concentration. Those taking Cerefolin Brain Wellness experienced a slower rate of brain shrinkage. Now also available without a prescription at cerefolin.com and Amazon.
It changed my mind.
Neurologist recommended Cerefolin Brain Wellness.
Chipotle just dropped Build Your Own Chipotle.
Let's go! A mini Chipotle experience at home.
It feeds 4 to 6 people.
We have a lot of food here.
Lots of protein, rice, and beans.
Everybody can make whatever they want, and there's plenty to go around.
Absolute game changer.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-440-7199. Then when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-440-7199. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab too.
At your next big event, everything needs to feel just right. From the presentation to the products, 4imprint provides outstanding branded gear, guaranteed to show up sharp and right on time. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The Ovi goals, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
Every other Red Sox fan would know what you've been through.
Behind the back!
This team's cursed. All that heartbreak lit a fire in me.
Nothing could stop me from believing.
To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers.
I can't wait till the day I make it. I can't wait.
We're a good football team. They can't stop a nosebleed. Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
Time to see what Bart Scott can't wait for in Week 5. Bart, take it away.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I'm starting with the Denver Broncos Orange Crush 2.0, and I'm going to see if Patrick Surtain, who's getting his own island, can put that team on the island, or will Jalen Hurts and crew get bad reviews? I can't wait to see it.
Can't wait! Number two,
I'll tell you what, can Jackson Dart take the show on the road? He's juiced up this town and his team, or will this be a preview of the first overall pick tiebreaker? I can't wait to see it.
Saints should be able to run the ball here in this one. Watch out, Big Blue run defense. What's number 3?
Oh, listen, Liam Cohen showed us last week that he wants all the smoke. They had a great win against the San Francisco 49ers, but are they ready for prime time, and are they ready for the varsity, or have the Kansas City Chiefs proven themselves worthy?
This is how you make the big statement if you're Jacksonville. Monday Night Football, you're hosting. Big opportunity. Now, Elsewhere, despite his team sitting at 1-2-1, yes, that's a real record, Dak Prescott is hoping to keep his hot streak alive this week against the 0-4 Jets. Last week, he was 31 of 40 for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the Cowboys quarterback says he is definitely feeling good.
For sure, as confident as I've ever been. Yeah, I would say I am, and I think just going right off of the heels of the experience. I think that's why. Every year, I feel like I've gotten better and making strides in every part of my game. I know sometimes the numbers and things don't always show that, but I think right now that they are.
He was incredible against a Green Bay defense we thought was going to be lights out this season. Are the Cowboys wasting a great season from Dak Prescott?
The Cowboys as a whole, no. The defensive side of the football, yes, they are. When you look at the stats on this defense and how they've been this season, total defense, 32nd. Pass defense, 32nd. You also look at third down defense, 32nd. Points allowed, 31st. Dak Prescott is playing like an MVP-type quarterback. They're running the football effectively. He's doing everything that he's supposed to do. I thought coming into the season, Dak had to be a superhero. Notice I said a hero, not with an S on the end of it. Well, Dak has to be Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, the Hulk, and the Wolverine. He has to do it all for the Dallas Cowboys right now. So if that defense can find a way, which I don't think it's just miraculously or mysteriously you're going to find a way to be better at defensive football, maybe they have a chance. I just don't see that happening.
Guess what, though? Heavy is the crown. He's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. You have to be that. And that's how their team is built. They don't spend money on their defense. So everyone the Cowboys defense stinks and Eberflus stinks. They built their team. Their quarterback makes a ton of money. Their wide receiver makes a ton of money. And they've got a couple other players on defense who don't make a lot of money. And it's like, all right, go out there and shut down the best offenses in the league. This is how they're built. They're going to give up a ton of points. Jerry's not shocked. And I look at what they've got going on right now. They're 1-2-1, and they've got a pretty soft schedule coming up. This might be just fine for what they're looking to be. No one thought this defense was going to be good. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
I don't think we thought it would be this bad. But when you trade away one of the best defensive players in football, you're not going to necessarily find that from a third-round pick or a fourth-round pick. They can't be surprised by what's happening.
Jerry Jones loves to get the last laugh. And I think last week was indication, hey, we tied Michael Parsons after what they gave up, a generational talent. I think it is a way that they can improve this defense, and I think Jerry Jones can come out on top and still look like he's smelling like new money. I think if they make a trade for Trey Henderson and they bring that guy over, they're getting the same productivity and more that they got from Michael Parsons, 10 cents on the dollar, and then they can solidify those edges so that you can build a team and a defense that can win and support this offense. If you remember the new Indianapolis Colts and what they had with Freeney and Mathis on the outside, they got Jadeveon Clowney, who's a guy that can set the edge for the run. Could you imagine Trey Henderson on one side, Kenny Clark in the middle, funneling up to those linebackers on the outside? It can be just enough to kind of stop the bleeding enough to make the Cowboys a serious contender.
Is that something they could even do?
Well, let's go. First of all, those would be 3 30-year-old guys on the back side.
17 sacks in a row is not, that just doesn't happen.
I just wouldn't compare him to Freeney and Mathis just yet. You're fair. Come on, you agree with that.
I'm with you.
That said, it could be done because he doesn't have a no-trade clause. He's basically on a one-year deal, and the Bengals season seems to be sinking. That said, there would have to be some gymnastics with the salary cap. But to Bart's point, Jerry Jones said, I'm not done yet. And a Trey Hendrickson deal is not the craziest thing I've heard.
Harry Douglas, I want you to take a look at this schedule. Do you think the Cowboys could be poised for a run here, given who they've got coming up in the month of October?
No, because this is not video game football. You actually have to stop people on defense. This is the National Football League. This is not just, hey, let's go play offense and have fun, guys. You actually have to stop people. And I'm not saying the Cowboys need to be a top 10 defense, but you need to be able to get some stops. I just read the stats to y'all. They're at the bottom of every category defensively, except rushing. They're the middle of the pack in run defense. But if you can't stop a team from scoring, well, who gives a damn if you score 39 points? The other team is going to score 41 points. You can't go tick for tack. We just witnessed this last year with the Cincinnati Bengals, and they did not make the playoffs. So what make us think that the Dallas Cowboys, they can just sit up here and outscore everyone in 2025?
If you see a slight uptick in that defensive performance, suddenly you are putting up 40 points and you're giving up 20 points. And you have 25 points.
The lowest bar, just a slight
no, but like
uptick.
they have to be
get one stop.
Last week, it was the fact that they're able to get turnovers, too. So if you start getting turnovers, you can be a bad defense. And early on, everybody's statistics are going to be, bad because
if
you
give
have
a better chance of flying than the Dallas Cowboys defense being better than what we've seen so far.
Trey Henderson, solve all your problems, Jerry. You got that for me.
I do want to look at that October. Can I see that October schedule one more time? Because I can go through it.
Let me channel my inner greedy. Cindy, can you bring up 837?
Oh, wow.
Can I see 837?
I see at least 2 and 2.
That could be a win. Obviously, I would think the Jets, Panthers aren't exactly the 2000 Ravens on defense either. Commanders are banged up. And then at the Broncos, a tough ask. But suddenly, you look at that, 4 games. Say you win 3 of those 4. You're 4-2-1. Okay, let's go.
I'll give you something right here.
Not good enough for Harry.
I think they lose this game this weekend. This is an all-time flat spot.
Look at the Jets last year. They got demolished on national TV.
Super Bowl on Sunday night, national TV. Parsons was coming in. Everyone wanted to show out. You had defensive players going over 80 snaps in a game that featured 70 minutes with OT. Now you're going to turn around for a 1 p.m. start time on the East Coast. They never play 1 p.m. start time.
That's fair.
On the East Coast against a Jets team that's 0-3 in one-score games. That Jets team has been very unlucky. They could easily be 3-1.
Don't leave me hanging. Never thought we'd be on the same side of the spectrum, but here we are.
Hey, Bart, as two guys, Bart does the SNY post game for the Jets, and I cover the Jets.
You don't want to believe?
I don't see it happen.
It's a lot going on over there. Thank God.
Respect it, though.
We'll see if we can change your opinion with this.
Long-term plan.
I believe in the split.
Long-term.
The wild night in L.A. will show you how the 49ers pulled off the overtime upset against the Rams. Plus, what a night in the Bronx. See how the Yanks phenom did something never done before to end the Red Sox season. That and much more at the top of the hour here on Get Up.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
I'm a big rock. And while you're down there posing for pictures, I'm seeing the bigger picture from up here. And this little birdie's telling me it's time for this rock to roll. Photo bomb! And if you don't have the right insurance, this can really flatten your savings.
Awesome.
So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. It stretches and expands like a rubber band. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Copperhead. It's the hose that grows and pivots, flexes, and sprays. It puts itself away for another day. The Pocket Hose is so unique and so innovative, it was awarded over 100 patents. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $39.99. But wait, order right now and you'll receive an instant $10 discount. So it's only $29.99. And it gets better. Order right now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. And with 10 unique patterns, you'll have a setting for every job. A $30 value. Yours free with every 50-foot Copperhead. Plus, Copperhead comes with a full 10-year warranty. It's that durable. That means you can order right now with total confidence. But this special offer is not available in stores or on Amazon. So order right here, right now. And with rising costs, this may be your last chance at this low price. There is a strict limit of 3 per order. So don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-713-8841 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-713-8841 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
The moment is upon us. The fight everybody's been waiting for. That man wants revenge.
Magomed and Goliath!
He has all the skills.
Alex Pineda!
He is a force inside the octagon.
Rob Dwalishvili, he's a machine. Corey Sandhagen!
2 world championship fights. My goodness, I can't wait.
At your next big event, everything needs to feel just right. From the presentation to the products, 4imprint provides outstanding branded gear, guaranteed to show up sharp and right on time. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
At our previous home, we had had wood, and I never liked it. I wanted a sustainable option, and that made TimberTech the obvious choice for me. I love the indoor-outdoor living. I mean, to be honest, the decks made it even better. I'm so happy with it.
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Saatva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Saatva to friends and family. Saatva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
Let us all show some respect.
Overtime is good, sudden death is better. See this gray hair? I'm about sudden death.
Don't argue with the old school guy on the OT rules.
Oh, get off the hate.
New York Mets spent $340 million on their roster this year. Rex, what are they now?
God.
They're not in the playoffs.
They're not like that. God. I don't even know what that means.
Don't do it.
God.
I've never seen Chuck laughter on this episode before.
Rex is the definition of not giving a fuck.
Hey.
Look at this.
Yeah.
40 as a segment that involves a name-based pun.
Congratulations, welcome. That means you're fully part of the family.
Does the segment change the paycheck or anything?
Greeny got it all.
Do you believe it?
I believe it. Receive it.
Tough thing to see with breakfast, but we persevere. Welcome to your 9 a.m. hour of Get Up. Bart Scott, Peter Schrager, Harry Douglas, Joe Fortenbaugh, Carl Ravage, who was on the call last night for Yankees Red Sox, kind enough to join us here this morning. They wanted us to do the highlight together. I want the master to
Let's go.
Take us through.
I only do highlights together, so everybody's going to get involved. Bart just told me that Bellinger's speed was a big part of this game. We're going to pick it up in the bottom of the 4th inning with no score and Bellinger at the plate. Bart, what do you see here?
Oh, I see straight up speed. We all know that speed kills. Digging out for 2, and oh no, we'll see who got it. Who's on first, who's on second.
Yeah, Bellinger is on second. Good start to this. Few batters later, we still have zeros on the board. They traded for Ahmed Rosario for that reason right there. Under the glove of Story, and here's that speed again. Bellinger slides in safe. The Yankees have a 1-0 lead, and their guy on the mound has been outstanding. Traeger, tell me about Anthony Volpe.
It's a Jersey boy, and he had a huge home run in the first game. They didn't get the victory. He was everything they wanted to be in this game 3. Volpe, critical the fans have been of him. He is solid in the playoffs.
He's been great in the playoffs, and they need him. Nathaniel Lowe has one go off his glove. Gonzalez couldn't come up with it, and Connolly early did not get help by his defense. 3 2/3. He ends up 6 hits and 3 earned. He's out. And then it was the Schlittler show, if you will.
Schlittler's full.
The fastball was outstanding all night long, and he was able to mix in enough to keep the Red Sox hitters off balance. John Boy, hey, he's going back out. You can read lips now. It was an easy one for Aaron Boone. I thought maybe we were going to see 9. It's Romy Gonzalez. Miserable series for him on a 98-mile-an-hour heater. That is the dirty dozen for Schlittler. And this had Charlie Hayes. No, first it had Jeter. Oh! And by the way, a defensive replacement. They didn't start Ryan McMahon, but they got him for his defense. He went in, got his hands down, and survived. 9th inning. Bednar's on the mound. Schlittler's watching. 2 outs. This is the Charlie Hayes play.
This is it. 96, Joe Buck on the call.
96, that's right. Joe Buck's at it. Judge got a fist pump and they are off to Toronto. The Red Sox are off to figure out how to get a little better. But nobody has ever done this, Joe Fortenbaugh, in Major League history. 12 strikeouts. He did not allow a free pass. And the Yankees, behind that kid, 24 years old, win the game.
That was so good. Can we get a round of applause on the stage? Carl Ravitch called the game last night, did the highlight this morning. Now you got to answer a question. It's an easy one, though.
Yes.
Biggest takeaway from the series?
Look, recency bias, but it has to be Schlittler. I mean, it has to be the idea that you now have this arm. When you looked at what might happen with the Blue Jays if they faced the Red Sox, they didn't have the pitching that the Yankees do. We're doing a game on ESPN Radio. We like competitive series. The idea that Schlittler is now an option for New York, and more than an option, it makes that series a lot more compelling. Fried can be good. Rodon, Heal's going to likely start in game one, but there's a great chance Cam Schlittler is back on the mound, back in that environment with the Yankee fans supporting him when that series comes back to New York. So the biggest takeaway is Schlittler could handle the moment. He was composed. The first inning, as you know, is always the most critical, and he was composed. He got through it, and the Red Sox did help him a little bit late with a couple of quick innings, but that's the biggest takeaway. They're feeling really good about themselves, and it's because of that kid.
And historically, in these winner-take-all games, managers are quick with the hook.
No
they
doubt.
want to go to the bullpen. For him to be able to power through that all night and keep Boone on ice, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Carl Ravitch, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so much for
Thank
coming
you.
by.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We got to go to the NFL, where we had a big one last night between the Niners and the Rams. Mac Jones and the Niners taking on the Rams Thursday Night Football. Here's Jones rolling out.
Looking like Carl Ravitch in a big playoff game.
RB Two-Face. I was so busy watching Carl leave, I didn't even realize where we were in the highlight. There's Christian McCaffrey, Harry Douglas.
Great job by Kyle Shanahan drawing up a play. Got big personnel in the game. The Rams had the mismatch for Christian McCaffrey, cuts in the touchdown.
Third quarter, just over 6 minutes left. Rams trailing 20-7. 2nd and 10 in their own territory. Peter Schrager, take you through it. Tutu Atwell.
Tutu made the big play against the Colts last week. Stafford loves him. He's the third wide receiver, makes the big plays when they need him.
From Louisville.
All right, enough of that. Fourth quarter, more of the same. Matthew Stafford, 2nd and goal from the 8. Williams, nice play there. He's in the end zone. Multiple touchdowns last night for Williams. Rams tie it at 20. This is a foregone conclusion, so we can just move on with our day.
Hey.
Bart, kickers, what do we think?
Kickers aren't even people.
They have been all season.
You got one job.
That's a bit extreme, Bart.
Bart, please, it's a morning show. It's Suey Podium Tech Block. Under 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Next Niners drive. 2nd and 10. Mac Jones. Kendrick Bourne, what a game last night.
Yeah, the relationship between Bourne and Mac Jones goes all the way back to their New England Patriots days.
Eddie Pinheiro wasn't even the Niner kicker to start the season,
No,
Peter Schrager.
Jake Moody was, but they moved on from Moody, who's a former early round draft pick, and Pinheiro makes a huge kick here. 59 yards gives them the lead.
So they are people.
They are. Kickers are definitely people.
Here comes Stafford. Just over a minute left in the fourth quarter, but whoops. Bart.
You talk about the Peanut Tillman punch. This is something that's happening. You saw it with Braylon Allen last week. You never give up on a play. Tremendous play by this young player.
Pressed against the goal line, Shanahan goes conservative. 3 plays, 3 runs. Rams burn all 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball left, and they're going to have a chance. 6 seconds left. Matthew Stafford working to engineer the Rams into position. This is a 4th down right here, Peter.
Huge play. At 4th and 3, they decide to do that instead of the field goal. They get to extend it, but they're not done yet.
From 48, Hardy has to put the memories of the missed extra point behind him. We're going to OT.
Still your fault.
East Coast, we're staying up late. All right, let's go. Under 6 minutes left in OT. Rams driving. They're trailing 26-23, Harry Douglas. 2nd and 1 from their own 42. Stafford looking for Tutu Atwell.
Stafford, you mean Mr. Houdini, finds Tutu from Louisville again. Shout out to Tom Jackson.
What back?
All right, this is the play of the game right here. 4th and 1. You could kick the tie. They're going to go. Or, defense. We don't even need a replay on this one.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Robert Saleh dialed up the 0 pressure, and that's what's to be expected. Tough game.
Here's Sean McVay asked about the decision after the game.
It was the 4th down call.
It's a bad call. It's a bad call by me.
Any thought of kicking the field goal there?
No.
At the end? No, none at all?
No. In hindsight, I wish I would have, but No, we came in here to try to win the football game. It didn't go down for us, Gary. That wasn't even a thought. But the play selection was very poor. I'm sick right now because I put our players in a shitty spot, and I got to live with that.
Bart Scott, you heard the explanation from McVay explaining the decision. Your thoughts?
Yeah, he didn't question the decision. He questioned the play selection. And that's what I said. When I'm going for 4th and 1, I'd rather have the ball in my best player's hands. As soon as he hands that ball over, it's nothing that Stafford can do to get you out of it. He has one option to hand the football off. If you would have let Stafford make that decision, I think you would have had more opportunities because you got to anticipate cover 0 blitz when it's all or nothing.
Sean knows. He knows. You heard it there. He doesn't need us to pick it apart. He knows that was the wrong play call. He said he felt terrible about it. He felt schlitty about it, if you will, based on the Cam Schlittler last night. But he said that himself, and it's going
to work all day.
It's going to work. Fact of the matter is, this game means a little bit more than every other game for the Rams. That Niners-Rams rivalry is real. That Shanahan-McVay rivalry is real. He didn't want to leave that up to a kicker and then give Mac Jones the opportunity to come all the way back. He was going for it. I think he's going to be sick for at least 10 days now because he knows that's a division rival, and that's an old colleague of his, Kyle Shanahan. This one hurts almost like 2 losses. Home loss to an opponent in the division, especially with all the injuries that the 49ers had. Brutal loss for the Rams in a game where they put up 450 yards of offense.
It's a great point because if he kicks it to tie the game, there's still about 3 minutes left. And Pinheiro had just drilled one from 59 a few minutes earlier. And it's not as if the Rams had stopped Mac Jones at any point prior to that game. So they probably go right down the field. Any disagreement with the decision to go for it on 4th?
No, I love the decision to go for it on 4th down, but I agree with Peter and Bart. You have to put that ball in Matthew Stafford's hands. This is a quarterback who passed for 389 yards and 3 touchdowns. You have 2 phenomenal receivers in Devontae Adams and also Puka Nacua. Take your chances with those 3 guys versus trying to run the football up the middle. I would also say this, when it comes to the Los Angeles Rams, special teams has killed this football team in their last 2 losses. You look at the game versus the Philadelphia Eagles. They got 2 kicks blocked, right, and 1 return for a touchdown to end the ball game. Last night, you missed a field goal, and then you got an extra point block. That's 4 points that you gave away last night or left on the board in which a game you lost by 3 points. They have to be better on special teams because I believe that's something that could derail their chances to actually, playing for an NFC Championship game and potentially playing for a Super Bowl.
Harry, knowing McVay very well, that might be the part that makes him sickest. He is not one of these guys who values special teams like everyone else says. He's almost like special teams coordinator, take care of that. I'll do the offense, we'll make sure of it. This will be something that bothers him so much. I would be shocked if there weren't some changes made.
Yeah, that's now 2 big ones in a row that you got to keep an eye on for them. On the other side, Mac Jones was sensational last night. 342 yards, second most in his NFL career. The Niners are now 3-0 with him as a starter. Now, it hasn't exactly been elite competition, but the Rams game was a big one. Bart, do you think we're starting to broach the territory of a quarterback controversy in San Francisco?
Not yet, but I think we're approaching the part where we say, hey, take your time, get 100%. Right, and I think Brock Purdy coming in the way he came in, Mr. Irrelevant, he feels that, and the team feels that as well because ultimately, your space on the team is not owned, it's leased. And rents due every day. And right now, Matt Jones is putting in a lot of money and a lot of equity. He's paid first and last month's rent. And you look at what's happening, this sometimes, Mac Jones was the guy that they wanted to begin with instead of taking Trey Lance. And now he has an opportunity to go to the quarterback whisperer, and he's playing at the highest level that we've ever seen him.
I think it's such a testament to Mac Jones, the fact that he can come out there, win these 3 games. His career has been derailed in so many different ways, obviously being benched in New England and then getting let go in New England or not being re-signed. Jacksonville, he's the backup on an irrelevant Jaguars team. And last night, it wasn't like he was playing with his full arsenal of players. If you look at the injuries, no Jawan Jennings, no George Kittle, obviously no Ayuk out there. They lost Debo in the offseason, and he's dialing it up to guys like Kendrick Bourne and to backups that we might not even be familiar with. He's making plays all over the field. I think what Mac Jones did last night was a statement to everybody in the NFL. Hey, your story isn't over yet. When a team gets rid of you, you can do it whenever you can. Just get on the field and make the most of it. To every backup quarterback waiting for their chance, Mac Jones just showed them it is possible. And I'll tell you what, Kyle Shanahan, I covered that team when Alex Smith had a concussion. They put in Kaepernick. They never went back to Alex Smith. I've covered that team when Trey Lance was struggling. They put in Jimmy Garoppolo. They never went back to Trey Lance. Kyle Shanahan's not looking at the data and saying, well, we're paying Brock Purdy. If he feels like Mac Jones gives him the best chance to win, I don't think he would be one to waver and say, hey, Mac Jones is our guy.
Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and now possibly Mac Jones. Quick last word.
So I think Kyle Shanahan and also this offense did a great job of minimizing the strength of the Rams defense last night. It was that pass rush. So he threw screens, but also got the football out quickly. Mac Jones did a great job of taking what the defense gave him. The shifts, the motions, all the eye candy that the Rams had to deal with defensively. Masterful by Kyle Shanahan, but also awesome by Mac Jones executing what he was asked to do last night.
Shanahan, no doubt, getting the most out of his quarterbacks. That is nothing new. Let's see what everyone has this week in our Friday forecast. Peter, you're on a roll, man. Start us off.
Look, I looked at this team right now, this Giants team. It is like an entirely different vibe, just a matter of 8 days from where we were last week, where the doom was gloomy and everyone was down on the Giants. I think Cam Scatterboo is the rookie we're talking about on Monday. I think he goes for 120 and 2 touchdowns, and the Giants improve to 2-3 with a win in New Orleans.
Bart Scott, what do you have in your Friday forecast?
Our Friday forecast, I got the Denver Broncos upsetting the Philadelphia Eagles. You talk about Orange Crush 2.0. Patrick Surtain may put some of those receivers in an island. And I think the Denver Broncos, because you look at their record, you don't realize that they should be at least 3-1. And then you talk about, what Sean Payton has done out there has been short of miraculous.
Eagles open as 5.5-point favorites. That has been bent down to 3.5. Keep an eye on that. That is not public money. Harry Douglas, your Friday forecast.
Well, Joe Flacco was not the guy. 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Dylan Gabriel is the guy, and he's starting for the first time of his professional career. He will get a win over in London versus the Minnesota Vikings. I love this young man. I love his intelligence, his anticipation throwing, but also the graph that he has of this offense. He knows exactly what Kevin Stefanski wants to do. Give me the Browns over in London.
I'm with you. I take the 3.5. I think you want to get in on the money line there, too. What do you want to do with a young quarterback in his debut? Run the football. Take the pressure off his shoulders. Where does Minnesota rank defending the run? Bottom 10 in defensive rush success rate. If you can run the ball and that defense can get after a banged-up Minnesota offensive line, Carson Wentz has been known to turn the ball over on occasion. Good opportunity for the Browns to get it done. Coming up, the challenge facing Jaden Daniels in his return from injury. Can he carry the Commanders against the Chargers? Plus, will the Eagles' perfect run survive the Broncos challenge? Our crew shares the reasons an upset could be brewing. And it's time for trivia. Peter Schrager, speaking of the Browns, trivia question of the day. With Hembo out, we put it to our researcher, Ryan. Dylan Gabriel is starting as the 41st starting quarterback for the Browns since they came back into the league in 1999. Since 99, who is the only Browns quarterback to start 10-plus games and have a winning record?
Greeny's out and Hembo goes on vacation too. Are they in Tahiti? What is this? Okay, we'll figure it out. I'll get this after this. We'll get it. Fine.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience is a car that stops short of amazing.
Mirajoy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
Oh no! Our water line broke. It could cost a fortune to get a contractor to come fix it, and it's not covered by homeowners insurance.
That's why you should have HomeServe.
It's Tom Rusin, CEO of HomeServe.
When your water line breaks, HomeServe sends a qualified contractor to fix it and pays for the covered repairs.
With HomeServe, the American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be a nightmare.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $4.99 a month.
Call 1-888-405-4036 or visit homeserve.com.
You've asked me that 3 times already.
I did? This is exactly how it started with Mom.
Worried about your brain health? Cerefolin Brain Wellness has a dual-action formula that slows cognitive decline while improving memory, focus, and concentration. Those taking Cerefolin Brain Wellness experienced a slower rate of brain shrinkage. Now also available without a prescription at cerefolin.com and Amazon.
It changed my mind.
Neurologist recommended Cerefolin Brain Wellness.
Serious pain requires serious solutions. Tidal Max Cryotherapy Spray. Next generation pain relief trusted by healthcare providers everywhere. Max Relief for back pain, muscle pain, and joint pain. Tidal Max features 2 active ingredients for dual action penetration that delivers rapid full body pain relief and available over the counter at your local pharmacy or favorite retailer. Tidal is used at PT and chiropractic clinics across the country. Ask your healthcare provider about Tidal or visit Tidal.com.
Back pain. When you've got it, you know it. Introducing the X-Pack from CopperFit, our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. Engineered with our most innovative, patent-pending, Advanced X compression system. Evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains. A super lightweight mesh fabric, ventilated to increase airflow and release excess heat, an orthopedic designed alloy support panel, and 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve alignment and promote better posture. The all-new X-Pack from CopperFit, the most customizable support for relief of lower back pain you will ever wear. Guaranteed or your money back. Get yours now at getxpack.com or call 1-800-508-4078. Order right now and your shipping is free. CopperFit. Feel the difference.
I'm Rocket Money. I'm a personal finance app, and I'm also his best friend. I give him everything he needs to control his finances, tracking spending and canceling unwanted subscriptions. And when he's doing a good job, I let him know. So download Rocket Money to get control of your finances.
Oh, wow.
Why no glasses?
They make my head look weird.
VisionWorks has a 100-day guarantee. Change your mind, change your glasses. Simple. Let's get you turned around because the Aurora Borealis is that way. VisionWorks. See the difference.
It's the WNBA Finals, and we on go.
Open it up. We got the rave.
The Aces, led by their MVP, ready to bring home another trophy to Vegas.
Asia Wilson can do it all.
The Mercury, ready to shine when the lights are the brightest.
Mercury headed back to the WNBA Finals.
Time to lock in. We on to the finals. Game 1, only on ESPN and streaming on the all-new ESPN app.
Trivia time. With Hembo out,
yep,
we put our researcher Ryan to the task. So here's the question. Dylan Gabriel is going to be the 41st starting quarterback.
Yeah, we've seen the shirt, the whole thing. I know.
Since 1999. The question, since 99, who is the only Browns quarterback to start 10-plus games and have a winning record?
All right, they moved back. They're the new Browns in 99. Bart Scott said Derek Anderson. It's a good answer. However, the only time I remember them going to the playoffs besides the Baker Mayfield year was with Kelly Holcomb under center. I'm going to go Kelly Holcomb in that 2002-2003 era. What do we say?
Let's give the reveal. Survey says Brian
Hoyer. I love Hoyer.
Good thing you didn't listen to Bart. But
they were 7-3 at one point that season.
Highest Browns quarterback winning percentage since '99. Hoyer 10-6. Baker Mayfield 29-30. Deshaun Watson, Derek Anderson.
Hoyer's my guy too.
Ouch. Yeah, I think that's why they designed it that way. All right, time for a game of Who You Got, looking ahead to some of the games this weekend. Harry Douglas, you're up first. Commanders or Chargers? Who you got?
I am going with the Chargers. I'm going with the team that is 5th in passing yards, going against a passing defense that is 27th in the National Football League. That's the Washington Commanders. It's not going to be often that you see their sure-handed wide receiver, Ladd McConkey, drop their 2 first-down plays like he did last week versus the Giants. Give me the Chargers in L.A.
Bart, how would you fill in the blank to Jaden Daniels' return means what?
But I think Jaden Daniels' returns means belief and hope, because this was a guy that single-handedly put them on their back last year. I think Jaden Daniels coming back, don't know the status of Scary Terry, but like his ability to be a dual threat. Let's see how he's recovered from the injury. But I think him coming back is a huge lift for that team that has Super Bowl aspirations.
Something to note here for everybody at home. They flew in last night. The Commanders are already in L.A. They got there. It's going to be Friday, Saturday. They'll be prepared. And Jaden Daniels is a Southern California kid. It's a homecoming for him. This one means a lot more than just his return from injury. It's his return back to Southern California, be playing in front of a lot of friends and family.
Schefter reported yesterday Scary Terry did not travel with the team, so he will not be there for the game. Chargers are laying right around 3. You're the only one going with the Commanders here.
I like the Commanders. I like this homecoming for Jaden Daniels. I think we forget just how good he is.
Bart, next one up, Patriots versus Bills. Who you got?
Listen, the Patriots have been doing good. This is like picking between two people that you hate. But I'm going to go with the Bills. The Bills are just too good. They're on a mission. And when you have that guy behind center, anything is possible.
Harry, how does the Patriots offense find success against this Bills defense?
Yeah, I want to show everyone watching right now this tape of Josh McDaniels and what he means to the New England Patriots offense and how he sets guys up for success. And you're going to look at this first play. Antonio Gibson, he's going to come over in motion, speed sweep. This is going to be an explosive run. Look at the guys on the outside blocking, creating those avenues and holes for him to run through. The very next play, I'm going to put Travion Henderson in motion. Fake it. Watch the defenders of the Panthers. Everyone's flowing left, but then I'm going to hand it off to Ramondre Stevenson. Look at this avenue for him to run through with the lead blocker. 2 explosive plays back to back. Now let's get to the pass game. You're going to see Stephon Diggs highlighted. He's going to run a deep over route. You're going to have 2 posts at the top of the screen, clearing everything out. Watch Stephon Diggs at the top of this route. Stair step that defender. Give him something at the top. So he doesn't just run across with you. And then watch the trajectory of the football by Drake May. Another explosive play. All of those plays that I just showed y'all led to touchdown drives for the New England Patriots. Josh McDaniels is a masterful, and he has the right quarterback in Drake May to get things done.
That was an excellent breakdown. Peter, lead off our game picks.
Find me any other show in the morning doing Austin Hooper blocking highlights. Only here on Get Up, and I've got the Bills taking care of business. I know there's a lot of upsets in the divisional game and this and that. I think Buffalo's on a mission. They're not going to drop this one. They've been watching the rest of the league drop big games.
Pivot. This one's too easy because it's 7.5. If you got to lay the points, does everyone lay in the points, or are you taking the dog?
I'm just taking the win straight up.
Yeah, but it's 7.5.
That's
Make
a
it a
lot
little
of
bit
points.
harder. Higher degree of difficulty.
That's
here.
a lot of points.
In Buffalo, yeah, I think they can win.
Harry said all that beautiful stuff. Pick the Bills.
Fine.
All right, your trust level now. We're going to keep it moving.
That's what I do.
Broncos, Eagles. Who you got?
Yeah, give me the Denver Broncos. What I seen from the Broncos last week, they went against the Cincinnati Bengals. They didn't play as much man coverage as they normally play. And I can see the same thing by Vance Joseph, their defensive coordinator, making things harder for Jalen Hurts to be able to read defenses. He may blitz here and there, but I think they're going to play a little bit more zone and force Jalen Hurts to beat them with his arm.
Peter, take me through the Eagles selection.
Yeah, well, the Eagles are at home. It's a 1 o'clock game. They've been hearing everybody pick them apart on television for the last 5 days after a huge win they had against the Buccaneers. I think they rally around this. This is the rare team where Sirianni takes all that negative noise on the outside. They lean in, they galvanize. And with everyone taking the Broncos, as we see here, I believe the Eagles will find a way. They always seem to.
Art, this is a tough spot for Bo Nix. They just played Monday night. Now they're coming across the country for the early start.
Yeah, but if there's one coach that I respect to get their team ready, it's Sean Payton, right? You would give Sean Payton the match in this coaching. I would. You know what I mean? So I think he'll have his team ready to go. And I think it's going to be fascinating. When you live as dangerously as the Philadelphia Eagles, eventually you got to learn, you got to pay the cost and pay the price. And I think this is what they paid.
What's your level of trust with the Eagles offense against the Denver defense?
Right now on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go about a 3.5.
Wow.
And it's because of the inability of them running the football. And they're not blocking the way they did in 24, excuse me. They're not getting the explosive plays. A.J. Brown, he's a bit frustrated, but rightfully so. Kevin Patullo has a ton of pressure on him this weekend to see if he can get this offense going from a pass standpoint. They're in the bottom half of the league when you talk about pass offense. Those are words that we should not even be talking about when you have a Dallas Goedert, an A.J. Brown, and also a Devontae Smith.
Yeah, they're outside the top 10 in defensive EPA, expected points added, and then offensively they're in the bottom half of the league. With all the weapons, you would figure it'd be a little bit better than that.
They haven't played a complete game yet. Philadelphia will figure this out. I trust that team will figure out. And guess what? For as bad as they've been in so many halves of football, they're 4-0 and they've beaten the Bucs, the Rams, the Chiefs. They're just fine.
3-0 in one-score games. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out as the season progresses. Coming up, the swamp test for Arch Manning. Will he rise to the occasion coming off his bye week? Our college football crew breaks it down here when Get Up continues.
This your bag, sir?
What gave it away?
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
The next time, how about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine requires...
And a pump top? It'll make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
You took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. That sedentary inactivity is terrible for your health. It's time to add some extra steps to your day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact. It's the easiest exercise you will ever do.
Ellipse fits perfectly under my desk, and it is so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Strengthen and tone your legs. Increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance. Plus, stimulate healthy circulation.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better. It makes me feel stronger, too.
Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work. Loosen stiff joints and tight muscles. Reduce swelling, alleviate cramps, and calm restless legs.
Ellipse is so smooth, so easy on my joints. My legs are stronger, my joints are no longer stiff. I can walk without pain. My mobility is as good as it was 20 years ago.
Other seated exercises produce harsh, jarring movement, but Ellipse's 46% larger rotational diameter provides more exercise plus ultra smooth motion that's safe, super low impact, and feels great. Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Be one of the first 300 callers and get upgraded to the Ellipse Deluxe Bundle, a $100 value. Yours free. Get the faster motor that produces more than 5 miles worth of steps per hour, the non-slip mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
It's a hell of an opportunity. Energy and execution every single play.
Por mi patria, por mi nación, ninguna discriminación. Aquí no hay raza ni religión. Bailalo por obligación.
A lot of work put into this moment.
Let's go!
Let's go! You can look, but you can't touch me.
They're revved up for a big game. We're in for a good night.
When you're at the starting line for your next event, 4imprint has the right promotional gear. Bottles, bags, hats, and tees delivered on time to energize your customers and your team. Race now to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Oh no! Our water line broke. It could cost a fortune to get a contractor to come fix it, and it's not covered by homeowners insurance.
That's why you should have HomeServe.
It's Tom Rusin, CEO of HomeServe.
When your water line breaks, HomeServe sends a qualified contractor to fix it and pays for the covered repairs.
With HomeServe, the American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be a nightmare.
Plans from HomeServe start at just $4.99 a month.
Call 1-888-673-4170 or visit homeserve.com.
We wanted a product that looked like real wood, but maybe didn't have the same wear and tear as real wood.
We put this whole deck in together ourselves. It looks amazing, and now the family can enjoy it for years to come. That's one of the things that we're so excited about.
Unlock more sports for one unbeatable price. Get unrivaled coverage all year long. Introducing the new ESPN Fox One Bundle.
The new ESPN Fox One bundle is now available whether you're watching at the airport, a restaurant, or even your friend's house. Don't have ESPN or Fox One? You can now unlock more sports for one unbeatable price. Bundle, save, and score for just $39.99 a month. Back on Get Up. Time for your morning wake-up call. 49ers with a big game-ending stop. Take a listen.
He takes it. He turns. He gives to Kyron Williams. He gets packed. I think he's short, Tim. I think he's short. And the 49ers storm the field. It is all over. The 49ers have won it in overtime here in L.A.
What an unbelievable win. High drama finishes in favor of the MASH unit, the 49ers, and they earned it.
Niners get a huge win last night despite all the injuries. They were 8.5-point dogs going into the game, according to our friends at ESPN Bet Sportsbook, pulling off the largest betting upset of the season so far. Time to play a little game of repeat or retreat. Bart Scott, we start with you. Will the Rams repeat or retreat in the NFC West?
I think they're going to repeat. Listen, it's nothing that I saw yesterday that makes me not believe in the Rams. Listen, when you're going on your way through a season, you're going to have moments where you're up and down. I think they have a talented roster. I think they have the best quarterback in that division. And when you have that, you have the better chance to win the division.
Harry Douglas, over to you. Will the Kansas City Chiefs repeat or retreat in the AFC West?
Joe, I'll tell you, Kansas City looked great last week versus the Baltimore Ravens, but I'm going retreat. I am sticking to my guns that I had coming into the season. I'm going with the Denver Broncos winning the AFC West. I love the way they're running.